A cold light blanketed the room, casting shadows like whispered secrets. Evelyn sat beside him, gripping a pillow like a lifeline. Her breath quickened, eyes darting between him and the flickering screen. A nightmare unfolded before them, an unwelcome specter of dread. A grainy image materialized, revealing a room ensnared in darkness. A massive wardrobe loomed, warped wood absorbing the feeble light surrounding it. Something dark pooled beneath it, an abyss beckoning with sinister whispers. From the shadows, a serpent-like head emerged, scales darker than night. Its face looked away, hiding intent, yet suffocating darkness filled the air. He stole a glance at Evelyn, her unease tense as taut string. Fear wrapped around her, squeezing tighter with every heartbeat, raw and visceral. "Turn it off," she whispered, trembling hands fumbling for the remote. She dropped it, a lifeline lost in the throes of panic. "Please, I don't like this." Her voice cracked, breaking like fragile ice. The creature snapped its head toward them, eyes aflame with molten menace. Perspective lurched its gaze, centered on them, suffocating and alive. She screamed, terror etching her features into a masterpiece of despair. Tears streamed down her cheeks, carving paths like rivers through sorrow. "It's looking at us, we're going to die." Desperation broke her. "Please, just fucking turn it off." Her voice escalated into a primal wail. The thing's gaze alternated, probing the edges of reality and illusion. Evelyn convulsed, nails clawing at her face, desperate for escape. It's here her scream shattered the night, filled with piercing agony. The creature slammed its head against the screen, a grotesque symphony. Now turn it off now." Her voice twisted into raw instinct. "Oh fuck, oh god, oh gow." Then came silence, heavy and suffocating. Evelyn went still, a bloody portrait of despair frozen in time. He was paralyzed, hollowed out, a child facing forgotten monsters. A final thud echoed, and the screen surrendered to darkness. He woke gasping, breathless reality crashing back in waves of relief. The bedroom lay cloaked in shadows, save for the static glow. Evelyn stirred, confusion painting her features, the night's grip released. "Babe," she murmured, a soft lifeline in the encroaching darkness. But silence followed, a thick fog of dread hanging in the air. His gaze fixated on the wardrobe in the shadowy corner. Its door stood ajar, a yawning chasm whispering forbidden secrets. "We don't own a wardrobe," a chilling thought echoed in his mind. He felt Evelyn tremble beside him, her breath quickening in fear. "Oh God, oh God, oh God," she muttered, lost in terror. The air thickened, heavy with an unspoken weight of dread. Evelyn's trembling hands sought his, fingers interweaving like desperate vines. He felt their warmth, a small comfort against the encroaching shadows. Reality faltered. The room shifted, twisting like a mirage at dusk. The wardrobe loomed larger now, an ancient century of dark secrets. Something stirred inside, a rustle like breath catching in the stillness. He swallowed hard, eyes glued to the door that beckoned. "Should we check it?" Evelyn's voice quivered, laced with fear. He hesitated, voice trapped in a web of uncertainty and terror. Every instinct screamed to run, yet curiosity clawed at his resolve. "I'll go," he finally whispered, trepidation spiking like lightning. Evelyn's grip tightened, a silent plea for him to stay. With reluctant steps, he approached the wardrobe, heartbeat hammering like thunder. The air grew colder, each breath visible as spectral fog. He reached for the door, fingers trembling like autumn leaves. A creak echoed, the sound a ghostly cry in the stillness. Inside lay darkness, a suffocating void that absorbed all light. Yet something shimmered faintly, a ghostly glow beckoning like will-o'-the-wisp. He leaned closer, drawn to the strange allure despite the peril. "Don't," Evelyn cried, panic slicing through the air like glass. Her voice broke through the heavy atmosphere, grounding him momentarily. "What if it's just an old wardrobe?" he retorted, voice trembling. But doubt gnawed at him, gnashing teeth like wolves ravenous for flesh. As he pulled the door open, shadows spilled forth like ink. A whirlpool of darkness consumed him, swallowing his breath whole. Evelyn gasped behind him, her voice a fading star in the void. The darkness whispered secrets, promises of fears long buried and forgotten. And in that moment, he feared he'd crossed a boundary unmeant. The darkness surged, alive and twisting, a sentient nightmare. Visions flickered within, tormenting echoes of lost memories and forgotten fears. "Close it." Evelyn's voice rang like a bell, piercing the abyss. He hesitated, entranced by the swirling disarray of shimmering shadows. An icy tendril snaked around his wrist, pulling him inward. He struggled, panic igniting like wildfire in his veins. Evelyn reached for him, desperation alight in the choking dark. "Fight it, please." Her voice soared, a beacon amidst the chaos. A memory surfaced, a childhood nightmare lurking under his own bed. The echoes of that past resonated, amplifying his fear tenfold. "I won't let it take you," she screamed, voice straining against shadows. With one final tug, he ripped himself free, body screaming in protest. Light flared as the door flung wide, casting shadows away. The creature's discontent roared like an angry tempest, struggling for freedom. Evelyn grabbed him, pulling him back as the darkness writhed. A cacophony of wails erupted, a chorus of despair fading behind them. Together, they stumbled back, hearts racing like wild stallions. The wardrobe door slammed shut, sealing the darkness within for now. Breathless, they collapsed to the floor, the weight of silence heavy. "Is it over?" he gasped, eyes wide with lingering terror. A response hung unspoken in the air, the answer uncertain. Evelyn pulled him closer, fear still shimmering in her eyes. They sat there, intertwined in shadow and light, hearts pounding. But the whispers of the void echoed, promising future hauntings ahead. As dawn's light crept through the window, hope flickered uncertainly. Yet the wardrobe stood silently, a dark sentinel in the corner. To confront the fears of the past or bury them once more. Subscribe and never miss our future videos. Thanks for watching.